Hey you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This is the Kaizen Man welcoming you to your mat. Grab a water bottle, grab a couple of blocks, getting ready for cat and cow. Exhale in the air from your body. Inhale, draw the belly down, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding into your spine. You want to keep the shoulders stacking over your wrists, your hips above the knees. Moving with your breath and letting your breath move you. Waking up your spine. Moving your shoulders and the hips. And then starting to come back towards neutral, walking the hands forward, stepping your feet back. Let's arch in the low back. We're going to bend the elbows, bringing your chin and the chest on the mat. Keep the hips lifted. Dropping the hips to the right on the exhale. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. One more time, each side. Getting lateral movement for your spine as you come back. Push from the ankles, slide your body alongside the floor, coming up into a gentle back bend, baby cobra. Pushing into your toenails. Draw the shoulders down the back, lifting in the chest. Maybe lifting a little higher as you inhale. And exhale, coming back down. Elbows above the wrists, curl the toes under, and let's pull the belly button away from the mat, engaging in your core, lifting up into a supported plank, and send the seat back. Staying long in your torso, looking through your thighs, lift the seat, lift the hips, coming into a downward facing dog. Pedaling into your feet, moving the hips side to side. Feel that stretch in your back body. And then inhale, lift the right leg, exhale, swing your leg forward, bringing the foot down between the hands, ground the back knee, setting up into your lunge with fingers together on the right thigh. Stabilize here, double up on the mat if you need some extra cushion, maybe curl the back toes under, make sure you're feeling comfortable and you can breathe into your stretch. Maybe going further by adding a back bend, lifting in the chest, and really getting long through the left front side of your body. Dropping the hands down. And walk the hands back as you inhale, straightening out the right leg, flexing the ankle and toes. And think about pushing down through your right hamstrings and flexing those toes towards you. Exhale back into your lunge, pressing your torso against that right thigh and lifting the chest, maybe looking up. Drop the hands down, flatten the palms, pick up the back knee. Let's step back, coming into a downward dog. Maybe moving your hips from side to side. Getting your body accustomed to this upside down V shape. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, swing your leg forward, bringing the foot down, ground the back knee, and find your way into your lunge with shoulders above the hips. If you spent some time sitting down today over the last couple of days, this can be a nice stretch for your hip flexors. Maybe adding that back bend. Keeping your chest lifted, keeping your tailbone reaching down, so not compressing into your spine. Lots of space both in the front and back of your torso. Keeping the front knee tracking above the ankle, come back to center, relax the hands down, and as you inhale, walking the hands back and feel the left toes flexing towards you as you get that stretch in the left leg. Using your inhales to help you lengthen the spine and the exhales to drop your heart and your chin closer to the toes. And then exhale, coming back into your lunge. Feel the weight of the torso pressing down into the left leg. Nice, even, smooth breath here. Exhale to flatten the palms, picking up the back knee and step back into downward dog. Ripple your way forward into a high plank and then bring the knees onto the mat, keeping the arms straight, shoulders over the wrist, finding your way into cobra. Exhale, taking the right shoulder over to the right side and looking past to the right. Inhale, center, exhale to the left. One more time, each side. Come back. Pushing down through your hands and toe mounts, lift the seat. Downward dog. Always keeping your alignment nice and active, shoulders over wrists, heels over toes, and then coming back into your down dog. Using your inhales to help you lengthen. And then to come out of the pose, come back into your high plank, setting up for a chaturanga transition. Lower the knees down, exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, rising up from here. The knees can come off for up dog or stay on the mat for cobra, your choice. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Lengthening and look ahead. Exhale, step your feet to the top. Come up halfway, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Releasing on the exhale, Uttanasana, and inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, lower the hands down through chest center, Samasthiti. Getting ready for Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, diving forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the palms. Step back into your plank. Flow through Chaturanga. Rising up on the inhale, back bend. Lifting the hips on the exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll spend 5 breaths here, creating space with every inhale, and then settling into that space as you exhale. Keeping the ears by your arms, long line from your head to your tailbone, and then pressing down through the back of the legs. Coming out of the pose, bend the knees, look ahead. Exhale, step your feet to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, rising up on the breath in, and relax the hands down through chest center. Setting up Ashtanga style, Surya Namaskar 2, bend the knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And exhale, plant the palms, moving through your flow, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, swing that leg forward, Warrior 1 or Virbhadrasana A. Lunging into your front leg while you push down through the outer edge of your back foot. Fingers reaching to the sky while your tailbone lengthens to the mat. Keep that long spine. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lower the hands to the mat, back heel lifts, and we step back. Maybe keep that leg lifted for your transition through Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lift, 3-legged. Exhale, swing your leg forward, knee above the ankle, grounding into your right heel, turning your right toes 45, reach the arms. You want to feel strength in your body here as you push the feet in opposite directions. Legs are active, spine is long, and the fingers reaching up. Steady breath, steady gaze. And then coming out of the pose, exhale, hinge from the hips, plant the palms, let's step back, choosing your variations. You can always skip Chaturanga as well if you want to, and go straight into downward dog. Readjust your pose. Inhale, right leg lifts, bend the knee and rotate that hip. Feel it stacking over your left hip, keeping the shoulders side by side. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, swing the leg forward, bringing the foot down between the hands and setting up into your high lunge as you reach the arms overhead. Transition from here, Warrior 2, grounding into your left heel, bending into the front knee, flip the front palm, exhale, Exalted Warrior. Stretching out the side body. Inhale, come back to center. And then transition back to your high lunge, taking your back heel off the mat, and then revolved Warrior 2. Left arm to the front, right arm back. Twist the torso. Stabilizing here, maybe dropping the back knee if you need to, bend the elbows, palms together, and then keeping that long spine twisting with your arm pushing against the leg. Coming out of the pose on the exhale, bring the hands on the mat, stepping back from here into downward dog or through your Chaturanga. Inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee and rotate the hip. Stack it over your right, pressing your left armpit towards a grounding leg. Feel that left knee reaching a little higher as you push down through a right heel. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, swing the leg forward, setting up into your lunge, knee above the ankle, back leg strong, fingers reach to the sky. Transition here, warrior two. Arms at shoulder height, reaching away in opposite directions. Shoulders above the hips, flip the front palm. And coming into exalted warrior. Right hand sliding down the leg or coming around the back into a half bind. Keep your chest and hips rotating to the side. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Getting ready for the transition to high lunge, back heel lifts. Always take your time through the transitions. Right arm to the front, left arm back, twist the torso. Reaching back through your right heel, palms come together. Keep that long spine as you twist. Think about pulling your lower belly away from the inner thighs so your core stays active. Shoulders coming down the back, head reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Coming out of the twist, hands on the mat. Let's step back from here. Optional vinyasa. We'll meet in downward dog. If you go through chaturanga, one breath, one movement. From your downward dog, inhale, bend the knees, look ahead. Exhale, step hop or jump your way to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Inhale, rising up, Utkatasana, looking to the ceiling, then pushing through the heels as you come up and relax the hands down. Samasthiti. And let's set up our blocks from here. One block at the top left corner and the other at the back left corner of your mat. This is if you use blocks for your balancing poses such as Halfmoon. You're welcome to skip using the blocks if you don't need them. Taking a step back with your right foot forward, Trikonasana. Legs are straight, hips and chest facing to the side. We have heel to heel alignment. Left arm reaching forward and the right arm reaching to the ceiling. Keep that space in the side body and letting your left hand rest gently on the shin. Finding a spot for your gaze. Picking your drishti, coming back on the inhale. Then bending into the front knee, setting up for that half moon variation. Bringing the left hand down to the top left corner of your mat or on the block. Walking the right foot closer and lifting it as you flex the ankle and toes. Think lots of space in your body here. Your torso is long. The lifted leg is straight. There's space across your wingspan. The grounding leg can be bent a little bit to keep the muscles around the joint active. Bend that knee a little further as you come back into warrior two. Readjust your alignment as needed. Lift the arms, coming into your high lunge. Activate the back leg, twisting the torso. Revolved warrior two. As you find your way into prayer twist with a lunge, maybe this time going a little bit further with your hands reaching in opposite directions. Maybe adding a bind if that's in your practice, or staying where you are and breathing. To transition to the top, picking up that back leg and taking it to the front of your mat, and then coming out of the twist, sitting in Utkatasana, rising on the inhale and releasing as you exhale. And take a step back with the right foot and turning your back toes to face to the back of the mat, setting up for Trikonasana, tucking your right hip in and reaching the right hand. Keep that space, left arm reaching up. And try not to lose the space in the side body as you bring the right hand down onto your shin. Keeping that connection nice and light and then leaning back into your torso, choosing a drishti, and keeping your back leg rooting down through the outer edge of the foot. Coming back on the inhale, setting up into that warrior two, half moon variation, right hand reaching forward. Bring that hand down as you walk the left foot closer. Lift it. Think long lines in the body here. The limbs are stacking. Muscles are active in the lifted leg and the grounding leg, as well as the obliques and the arms. And then stepping that foot down into warrior two. Recalibrate. Lift the arms, back heel lifts. Twist the torso. Finding your way into the lunge with the prayer twist. Staying here, maybe taking your hands in opposite directions and maybe coming into that half or full bind if your shoulders are feeling open and ready. Listen to your breath here, making sure it feels comfortable. And then coming out of the pose, picking up that back leg, maybe letting it float for a moment if you want to add that variation for Twisted Warrior 3. Whenever your foot reaches the top of the mat, come out of the twist and sit into that chair, Utkatasana. Take your gaze to the ceiling, come up standing, and release the hands down. Let's take a step with your left foot this time towards the back of the mat. Feet are parallel, pointing in the same direction. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, folding. Prasarita Parottanasana, wide-legged forward bend. Letting your fingers find your support, keeping a long, flat spine here. Maybe walking the hands a little closer, and then getting ready for side-to-side movement. Exhale, bending into the right knee. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, bending into the left knee. Stay rooting down through the outer edge of your left leg's foot, moving with the breath and not with momentum. And going at your own pace. Maybe picking up the hands off the mat, maybe picking up the bottom of the straight leg's foot and flexing the ankle and toes towards you. Let the movements feel controlled. There's no rush. And going at your own pace. And keeping your bending knee tracking above the ankle at all times. And come back to center, releasing the hands down. Walk the feet in a little bit closer from here, getting ready for Goddess Squat as you turn your toes out 45 degrees. Stack shoulders over the hips, and then on the exhale, drop in the right shoulder towards the mat. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, taking the left shoulder, getting a stretch for the back of your shoulder blades. One more time, each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side down. You want to keep your knees and toes pointing in the same direction. Come back to center. Maybe drop a little bit deeper, letting your tailbone reach towards the mat. And then come up standing, pivot onto your toes, and taking a step to the front of your mat. Getting ready for a cool down from here. Let's set the feet up, shoulder width distance. Coming into a Malasada with your knees and toes facing out 45 degrees. If you need to grab a block here for some support underneath the seat, please do so. You want to feel relaxed here. This is not a strength pose. Once you found your comfort, close the eyes, bring your chin to the chest, and exhale, taking the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale, tilt the neck up and across to the left. Exhale, down and all the way to the right. Go at your own pace here. Finding a stretch for the muscles in your neck. Going in the other direction. And finding this range of motion. Staying balanced in your feet. Relax in the hips. The next time your chin comes to the chest, pausing, open the eyes with a few blinks, and then getting ready to come out of this pose, coming onto our seat, and sitting in Dandasana, pushing from the heels. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, keep that long spine. If you find your spine rounding, just bend the knees a little bit and keep your spine nice and long. When the knees are slightly bent, you can actually get a deeper stretch for the hamstrings, as opposed to when the knees stay straight and we round in the spine instead. Letting your chin move towards your toes. Coming back as you inhale, walk the hands behind the body, fingers facing towards the top of the mat. Bend both knees and plant the feet down, hip width distance, coming into reverse tabletop as you lift the hips, shoulders, hips, and knees at the same height. And bringing the knees onto the mat from here, coming into Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Bring the soles of the feet together, grabbing your feet and turning them up to face the ceiling. Letting your knees lower down towards the floor, lifting in the chest, maintain that long, flat spine. Letting your hips relax, letting your breath slow down. And then getting ready to come out of the pose. Let's grab the big toes with your peace fingers. Nice strong grip, lean back, picking up your feet off the mat. And then start to take the feet out in opposite directions, getting that stretch into your inner thighs and the hamstrings, pushing from the heels and pulling from your toes, balancing on the seat. Think Navasana for your upper body here. Nice strong core. And then rolling onto your mat. Make sure there's room behind you. You're cleared for landing. adjusting yourself on the mat, and then coming into happy baby. Maybe grabbing your feet, your ankles, your shins, whatever's available, and rolling your tailbone down so the lower back stays supported. Let's plant the feet down from here, taking them to the edges of your mat, and windshield wiper your hips side to side. And as you release the hips, getting ready for the next pose, Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Walk the feet close enough that you can touch the heels with your fingers. Feet are hip width distance, and then push into the hands and the feet. Lift your feet off the mat. Maybe going further with your shoulders rolling underneath, and interlace the fingers together. Maybe staying here, maybe going for a more passive version by grabbing a block and bringing your sacrum to rest on the block. Option from here to bring your hands to support the sacrum and maybe picking up one or both feet at a time and then transitioning into shoulder stand. You can get into shoulder stand another way as well if you like. Make sure your shoulders are stacking underneath the hips and your legs are nice and straight, taking the pose further if you want to, coming into plow with your feet reaching the ground behind the body. Moving at your own pace and really listening to your own body and how it feels. Don't have to go any further than you feel comfortable today. Coming out of your chosen variation, taking your time, letting your spine find support, letting your seat come onto the mat, and then getting ready for a spinal twist. Exhale to drop the legs to the right side, maybe looking to the left if that's comfortable. Arms in a wide T. And you can choose another variation from here, maybe taking your front leg or your top leg and straightening it out. Maybe crossing your ankles or your knees. And getting ready to come back to center. Inhale, pull the legs back. Exhale, lower them to the left side, looking past the right hand. And then choosing the same or a different variation on this side, depending on how your body is feeling. You want to feel that stretch across your side body. Stretching out the lower back, the obliques, the glutes of the top leg. Keeping your shoulders supported. And letting your breath feel relaxed. Getting ready to come back. Inhale, pull the knees to center, hug them into your chest, and wrap the arms around the shins. Build up that tension through the entire body. The arms, the legs, the muscles all scrunching up. And then when you're ready, releasing with an exhale, getting ready for that final pose for today, Savasana. If you want to grab your blocks to modify it, please do so. If you want to bend the knees, please go ahead. Making sure that you feel comfortable and relaxed, and close the eyes when you're ready. And feeling your body landing on the mat. Feel the support of the ground underneath you. Allow the weight of your body to release into the earth. Welcome your breath into your body. Finding a sense of space and softness. And letting everything sink down towards the earth. Your eyes, your tongue, your internal organs, everything getting heavier. Everything you had to do today for your practice is done. Letting all the benefits of your practice sink in. Letting your breath and heartbeat slow down while you rest in Shavasana. And you're welcome to stay here longer if you wish to. If you want to come out of the pose, point the toes, lift the arms overhead, getting as long in the body as you can. One final stretch for the entire body. And then bend the knees from here, turning over onto your preferred side, using your arm as a pillow. Maybe taking a moment here to pause and reflect. Coming into a comfortable seat when you're ready. And keeping the eyes closed through that transition. Bring the palms together and check in with your breath. Noticing how you feel inside. And letting this connection with yourself be a part of your day and beyond. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. I really appreciate your time and your attention. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. Thank you for flowing with me today. Until next time, it's the Kaizen Man signing out.